The year 1914, a seemingly ordinary year, explodes into chaos. World War I, the Great War, engulfs Europe. It becomes a global conflict, drawing in nations from every inhabited continent. Millions of soldiers will fight and die. Empires will crumble. The world will never be the same. Imagine a world before the internet, before airplanes filled the sky. Most people lived and died within a few miles of their birthplace, yet this interconnected world was about to be ripped apart. This is the story of that war, a war that would forever change the course of human history. Many factors contribute to the eruption of World War I. Think of it like a powder keg, tensions building, waiting for a spark. One major factor: alliances. Countries pledged to defend each other, creating a dangerous web of obligations. Another factor: militarism. Countries were in an arms race, building up their armies and navies. Each nation believed it was stronger, more prepared. This created a climate of fear and suspicion. Imperialism also played a role. European powers competed for colonies around the world. This competition fueled rivalries and mistrust, further escalating tensions. Nationalism, the intense pride in one's nation, was another ingredient. People were taught to love their country above all else, even to hate their rivals. This created a dangerous atmosphere of jingoism. The spark that ignites the powder keg comes on June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, is assassinated in Sarajevo. The assassin, Gavrilo Princip, is a Serbian nationalist. Austria-Hungary blames Serbia for the act. Austria-Hungary, with German support, issues an ultimatum to Serbia. The ultimatum is designed to be impossible to accept. Serbia refuses. Austria-Hungary declares war on July 28th. The alliance system kicks in. Russia mobilizes to support Serbia. Germany, allied with Austria-Hungary, declares war on Russia. Germany then declares war on France, Russia's ally. Germany invades Belgium to reach France. This act brings Great Britain into the war, as Britain is committed to defending Belgium's neutrality. Within a matter of days, Europe is at war. Section 4, a new kind of war horror in the trenches. World War I is unlike any war before it. It's a total war consuming all aspects of life. And it's a new kind of war fought with new technologies, machine guns, tanks, airplanes, poison gas. The Western Front becomes a stalemate. Millions of men face each other from trenches dug into the earth. The trenches are a hellish world of mud, disease, and death. Attacks are met with withering machine gun fire. Millions die for tiny gains of territory. The Eastern Front is more fluid but equally brutal. The war drags on for years with no end in sight. Section 5, the tide turns. America enters the fray. The United States initially remains neutral. However, German submarine warfare, including the sinking of the Lusitania in 1915, inflames American opinion against Germany. In 1917, Germany resumes unrestricted submarine warfare, hoping to starve Britain into submission. This act, along with the discovery of the Zimmermann telegram, in which Germany encouraged Mexico to attack the US, pushes America into the war. The United States declares war on Germany on April 6, 1917. America's entry into the war is a turning point. Fresh American troops and resources bolster the Allied war effort. Section 6, a world-transformed legacy of the Great War. By 1918, Germany and its allies are exhausted. The German people are starving. Revolutions break out in Austria-Hungary. On November 11, 1918, Germany signs the armistice, ending the fighting. The war is over, but its effects will be felt for generations. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ends the war. It blames Germany for the conflict and imposes harsh penalties. Germany loses territory and is forced to pay massive reparations. The treaty, meant to prevent future wars, instead sows the seeds of resentment and bitterness. World War I is a tragedy of unprecedented scale. Over 16 million people are killed. Empires crumble. The Austro-Hungarian, Ottoman, Russian and German empires all cease to exist. The war reshapes the map of Europe. It also ushers in a new era of global instability and conflict. The world in 1919 is a different place than the world of 1914. The Great War leaves an indelible mark on the 20th century and beyond.